Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Yep, Jeff, I remember to put your Bismarck shirt on again. Yeah, when we have the Rodney Cup, I gotta wear the Bismarck shirt. They go together. Now, today, we're gonna try and get our 10 millimeter tape on. Don't know why I can't remember the width of this. Probably because 8 millimeters would have been just right. Okay. Now, what is with this? Something new here. You're going to have to watch the rollback. Yeah. And in all likelihood, we're not going to be having a sunrise today of any kind. No, they're predicting snow flurries. And speaking of snow flurries, one of the viewers was talking about the fact that they just had snow in his area. He lives about, I'm guessing, maybe 300 miles as the crow flies, dead south. Well, dead south is actually that way. I keep forgetting that our street runs at a perfect 45-degree angle to the way the world is. I guess it would be to the latitude. Now, as I'm sitting here in front of my computer editing out my opening monologue, I'm suddenly realizing I got sidetracked in my thoughts and I didn't, continue on. Why was Kevin talking about the snow down in his area there in South Dakota? Well, I guess a little later in the episode it'll become clear. Anyway, let's roll back and see how it is we got to this. Okay, a few moments ago I was reading my comments, and one of the comments went like this. It was from our friend Tennessee Jim again. He says, why don't you, or something to the effect of, it's too bad you couldn't just taper this and then have it fit in there. And he thought that maybe this should have been a little bigger than it was. But I'm thinking that, in other words, if it was tapered and it sort of made a friction fit in there, it almost fits. So I just want to see here, get this down to 0. Okay, it's at 0. Let's just see what is the difference here. Why is this thing going so hard? Oh, there we go. Start again. Is it on 0? Well, it is now. Okay. I'm going to do it this way. It's a little easier for me to hold. Okay, it looks like 19.16 millimeters. Turn it a half a turn, see if it's going to be the same. It should be pretty much round. It's 19.04, slightly different. But anyway, let's just see what the inside of this is. .93. So there is very, very little difference. Very little difference. So I could almost sand this and make a taper on it, and then cut it off and make sort of a little cap. I could cut it off maybe so it's only about a 3/8 of an inch thick. It'd be a little on the heavy side. It's not going to fall out. Now naturally, when you're using this in the airbrush, you're not going to be turning it upside down anyway. The idea is that if you went too much forward or off to one side, it could spill out. But I think I'm going to take this piece down into the workshop and see if I can't just very, very slightly, almost maybe sandpaper would do it, because it almost fits now. It almost fits now. Okay. Okay, I did not take the video camera down into the workshop. I just didn't have the energy to drag the tripod and all the stuff down that I would probably inevitably have started taking down there. Now, the idea is that it is very slightly tapered on this side. At least I think it's this side. And, yeah. And it fits in just nicely here. I don't think I'm going to need to drill an air hole, although maybe I should. It'd be very easy to drill a very small hole through that. The idea is that if you just accidentally quickly tip it too much one way or the other, the paint's going to stay in there. And this is going to be like a finger-tight friction fit. I think that's going to be okay. I should just see if I could suck air through that. I won't show you me doing it. Yeah, I can very slowly suck air through here, so it's leaking very slightly around the outside, and that's all it has to do, just so that it doesn't form a vacuum in there. Okay, and this does not have to be real tight. It just has to just sort of sit in there, and it's not going to fall out. And it'll be easy to clean up, It's not like a piece of wood that's going to... Okay, enough about this. Okay, now before we get started here, I did put a breathing hole in this little part. And I don't know what size it is. I just grabbed the smallest bit I had in my index. And not the smallest bit I have, but anyway, maybe I could have used a hole a little smaller. All it has to do is have the air pass through it. And I just sort of eyeballed the center. That's why it's not dead center. But that's okay. And I've got a little dimple on this side. So because it looks pretty much the same from both sides, so it'll be easy to see that the dimple goes up. Okay, so it'll breathe now in case I accidentally shove it in really hard, and for whatever reason, paint seals up the, okay. There, we got our breathing hole. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the tape and symmetrically go. In other words, I'll drag out about quite a bit of it so it'll go all the way around. Instead of coming along one side and then stopping and then going along the other side, I'm going to just see if I can't just go along both sides sort of at the same time. And that way it might be a little bit more symmetrical right here at the end. On the other hand, it might not. But let's just recompose here a bit and see what's going to happen. The ladder is off to the side. The actual point of the stern is more this way of the ladder. Okay, so my plan here now is to not cover the line that I've scratched, but just leave it so that when I paint the number 19 gray on this upper part of the hull, then it'll sort of cover up this. I'm wondering how this paint is going to cover on the pencil mark. That pencil, the lead pencil, it might sort of have sort of a greasy effect, and it might not work. Tony was reminding us to put the flat clear on after the tape is put on. I think I did that on one of the other ships, but I can't remember which one. And the idea of that, of course, is so that the clear won't show up for any bleeding that happens to go on. Okay, now I'm going to just lay this down here, if I can. Now, all right. Now I vacuumed this tabletop here just a minute ago, so it might pick up some dust, I guess. Well, here we go. Okay, put it like there. Wants to stick to my fingers here. See, hold it with my finger. I should maybe be getting my angle just a little bit differently here. This may not work out the way I had hoped. This tape is not gonna... Okay, well, I don't want to waste that. I don't want to waste this tape. Well, maybe what I'm going to have to do is... Oh, this is not working out. Now I did clear coat this black, so I don't think I need to worry about it, you know, pulling the black off. All right. It's got a bit of a bump there going on. How does that look? Where's my tweezers here? I'm gonna have to reposition just a little bit here because the camera's in the way, and I want to be able to look in like this. Okay, change in plans. I'm going to try it this way. Maybe looking straight down on it, I can see it a little better. I don't remember having this much problem when I did this on the other 2 or 3 times. But for some reason, I'm having a problem. Maybe because I'm starting at the stern. No. This is hard to see here. I'm trying to follow the line reasonably well and yet not have any what you might call sharp bends, because they will show up. And I don't want to cover the line. It's okay. This is the most difficult part. No, I know that the tape is going to be a little bit wrinkled in this area. Ooh, it's sticking together here. That's not good. We're getting to the point now where the line is going to be about the same. I'm sorry if I've been getting my hands in your way here, but I just couldn't really help it, I guess. I suppose I could have had the camera set up a little bit differently. Okay, we're at the point now where the line, the bottom and the top, are in the right place. Okay, should be able to just move everything down just a little bit here. And I don't think the cloth is going to scratch our black. drag it over anything sharp here. I have to move our famous clock. Ooh! Oh, don't want to scratch it. I'm just going to move the camera back here out of the way. No, I don't want to slide it right off the table either. Been lucky so far, I haven't done anything that bad yet. Thinking about it later, I realized that that wasn't 100% true because I did drop one of my point and shoots on the fireplace bricks. That was about, I guess a year or two ago. Luckily, it's still working. Just leave the line. Okay, I'm just going to let it go straight now. Alright, now we'll try and turn this over and go around, up, back on the other side. And hopefully the other side, the line is going to be pretty much in the same place, so we don't have a bit of a jog going on here. Okay, bear with me. Now might be a good time to clarify what I was talking about earlier when I was mentioning the snow. Well, Kevin was commenting that he finally got some snow, and I was saying, and actually they were getting quite a bit. So I jokingly said, well, I'd come over with my snowblower, but it only goes 3 miles an hour. So 3 miles an hour at 300 miles, that'd take what, 100 hours? Anyway, we don't need to be doing math here. So yeah, and then he came back to me and he was mentioning how there was somebody that he'd heard of that went to visit a friend of his in the hospital on his lawnmower. And that reminded me, I actually saw something like that. Now, this is what happens when they take away your driver's license, but they don't know you have a riding lawnmower. Why am I laughing? That's me next year. Yeah, that's me next year. Now, you know, that snowblower that I've got actually would pull me. There's no question about it. And I do have a wheelchair in the back room. Now I'm pretty handy. I could probably easily rig up some sort of a hitch and put casters on the front of the snowblower so it doesn't dig in. Well, it's a thought, isn't it? Might be kind of fun. I wonder if I'm going too close to the line here. I don't think so. Oh, there's a bit of a boo-boo going on here. When I was flipping this thing over, it literally flipped over. And fortunately, nothing got damaged. It happened on the table here. And I was kind of worried at first that maybe my black here may have scratched on something, but it didn't. Okay, let's just slide this down so you can see better. Let me check the monitor. What can you see? Oh yeah, you can see real good. Bit of a jog there, we don't want that. Mind you, I don't want to follow the line too closely. I just sort of want to do an average, because if you remember, the helping hands were catching on little bumps on the green cloth. And now this is where we're going to have problems, where the edge of the masking tape goes right over little holes. That's where I'm going to maybe want to put the clear coat on really good, so that it doesn't anyway, we'll worry about that. Oh, what happened here? This doesn't look too healthy. And that'll kind of show up. I think I straightened it out, more or less. Okay, now let's just sort of recompose here so that you can see what's happening at the back. Alright, here we go. We've almost got it. Now you can see here where the lines are separating now. And this is where I have to come along with another swath of tape there. Now let's get this exactly right here so there isn't a little... Okay. I'm going to just go down just slightly. Alright. Oh, not quite. Go down a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that... Well, that might show. Now, where's my scissors? I think I'd probably be better off nipping it off rather than pulling it off and ripping it. Okay. Alright, now we're going to have to start from probably about here and go down along that bottom line. You know, I have some thinner tape. Maybe I'll try that on the back here and then just go over top of it. That might be the best. I've got lots of it, actually. So, why am I making my life difficult here? I don't mind the fact that this is kind of wrinkled, because that should look all right on the end there. Does that look okay? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't mind that it's wrinkled here, because this is all going to be covered over anyway. Okay, now this is the tape that I was thinking of. But you notice how it's sort of got almost like it's dried out or something. And a moment ago I was trying... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say a moment ago I was trying to get the end of it and it didn't want to come, but it's coming now. Okay, I guess we're going to be all right. Now, we're going to want to come around. Maybe I'm going to have to move this just a little bit out of your field of view. Sorry about that. I got to twist it around here. Here, I'll move you just a little bit. I'm just trying to eyeball as to where this would come. And it would probably be about like this. Whoops. Okay, I'll press that on there. I can always pull it off. And now, is this going to want to make an arc there? I think it sort of is. Check the monitor. Can you see that? Maybe I'll just move you just a little closer to the edge of the table. I don't want to hear any whoopsies. Okay. Where is that line? Oh, there it is. Okay, I think we did pretty good there. Let me get rid of this. Okay, now sorry to be pushing you around. Okay. I can't pick it up. There we go. Now we're going to want to come back. Oh. That doesn't look too good there. There, that's better. That's better. We're not going to be able to see this anyway unless we, like I mentioned before, set it on a mirror. Now where's the rest of it? Sort of over here. Is that? Oh, that's not good. Where's Tony's tweezers here? I need something sharper. Too bad I didn't have it just a little bit longer. Well, maybe the thing to do is to have another one start back here and just sort of feather out along here like that. The main thing is that it doesn't, you know, cup up like this and the paint gets underneath. I don't think it will. I think we got it pretty good there. Yeah, for a minute there I thought I did this backwards. Okay, I could probably use ordinary masking tape for this now. I don't need to use this anymore. Yeah, just put a ordinary piece of masking tape on there. Now, am I going far enough this way with it? I think I am. Go right on the edge here. You can see it better than I can. That's not good. Okay, now we just sort of fill in the blanks here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to use this because this is all that's left of it. So I'm going to use something else that I got lots of. You know what? I think we basically got it here. We basically got it. Now I have lots of this green tape. About a week ago I got a 6-pack of it, and may as well use it up because it's cheap. I don't know if it's as good for modeling as this Tamiya tape. In fact, I'm almost sure it isn't. Okay, now I just want a piece now to go along here to there, so we'll have it kind of taper a little bit here, something like this. Okay, let's see how that's going to work. I can always cut off with the extra. You know what? I think I'm going to just go ahead and do the rest of this off camera, but you kind of get the idea of what's going to happen here. Alright, I'm going to have to take a bit of a jog, so I'm going to have to overlap. Okay, thanks for watching everybody, and all being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.